Imagine you working these jobs 30, 40 years till you retire. How much are they leaving you with when you retire for real? And you sit back after you done been on a job 30, 40 years. Do you think what you was left with was worth the sacrifice of your time and body for that one company all those years? Why ain't you rich after that? You mean to tell me you done gave a company 30, 40 years of your life and you ain't rich when you retire? What? What's up, YouTube? It's Theo with another video. Man, I'm tired of these jobs taking advantage of good people. That's what I want to talk about today. I'm tired of these jobs taking advantage of good people. When I say good people, I mean good workers, good people at heart, good people that show up to work on time every day, come to work every day. People that's not calling off, unless it's a legit emergency, a legit reason. But people that's showing up to work every day, people that's coming to work giving, they giving they all. They coming in, they not lazy, they putting in work, and they working hard for people, for these companies, these jobs. These people coming to work, working hard, and they're not getting no real benefits from it. They putting all their time and effort to make these jobs successful, but in return, what are they getting? Barely getting any pay, barely getting any good insurance, barely getting time to your kids, to your family. But you got all your time and effort in this job, but the job is not putting no benefits to your life and your situation once you leave that job. It's like you put your all into this job when you go there, but when you leave, you still on your own, because they're not paying you enough to get ahead. The goal of most of these jobs is to pay you enough to just stay afloat. They just want you to stay afloat. They say we gonna pay you some money to I guess keep you here, keep you basically living paycheck to paycheck. That's what these jobs doing. They paying you enough to live paycheck to paycheck. It's 2025 now. We can't still be living paycheck to paycheck, but unfortunately, it's like it's worse. It's like as time go by, the rich are steady getting richer, and then the poor are steady getting poor. Like it's the cost of living going higher. The poor people staying down here. They're just getting lower. Even now, middle class is pretty much considered poor now, because it's almost like if you ain't making, it seems like nowadays six figures. It seems like nowadays making six figures a year that's like bare minimum now. I feel like you dang near need to make at least six figures a year. And hear me out, because at six figures a year, because you still want to have money left over. I mean, it's life. You don't want to just live paycheck to paycheck. So if you making six figures, you actually paying your bills, and you're actually going on vacations, and you actually, buying yourself some, your family, some nice things and all that. By the time you pay your bills and all that, you still you're not rich. I can tell you that much. You're not rich making six figures. Not in today's time. At once upon a time, if you was making $100,000 a year, you was on. You making $100 grand a year, man. You what? You one of them. But now, you alright. You make $100,000 a year. You alright. You doing decent. You ain't bad. Still making a lot more than a lot of people, but you all right. You okay. You okay with 100K. But at one point, 100K, you was good. You know what I'm saying? You was good with 100K at one point. Now you just okay. You just decent. These jobs, they got us people that come to work. We go to work, and you barely make enough money to, like I said, they only paying you to stay afloat. So you go into these jobs, giving them all your time, your dedication, and then the moment something go wrong, if you got an emergency come up, something go wrong with your car, you end up spending money trying to do a vacation or something that you really ain't had the money to do. It's like you now you are basically below, like you in the negatives. Now you dang got to borrow money. You can be working a good job. Ain't that crazy? You can be working a good job, and now you basically got to borrow money because you did something. You went out to eat one too many times last month, and now you got to borrow some money. You might have bought something that you probably shouldn't have bought, but you felt you deserved it because you've been working all this time, putting all your energy in something. Dang, you deserve to buy yourself something nice. But it's a shame that you buy yourself something nice, now you dang done put yourself in a hole. Now you dang got to borrow some money because you wanted to buy yourself something nice when you should have been able to. You know, should have been able to. Why ain't these jobs? I feel like when you work these jobs, they should be paying for insurance. What I gotta pay for insurance? I come to your facility, your job. If I'm in a warehouse, whatever, I'm using your tools, whatever you got going on. I don't care if I'm not in a warehouse. I'm coming to your establishment to work for you. So if I can work for you, then I feel you should be able to pay for me. Pay for my insurance. Pay for my insurance with me, my family, the whole plant. Like, that's how it should be. A job shouldn't have you shouldn't have to pay your own health insurance on these jobs. Coming to work for y'all every day. We take care of y'all. We take care of the business. But you can't take care of my family for real? They take advantage of good people. You show up on time every day. You coming to work. You not calling off. The moment some come up and you have to call up and you have to call off, why you getting a write-up? Can anybody explain why you getting a write-up? I gotta get, so I can show up to work 24/7, 7 days a week, no call-offs. We on heavy overtime. I call off for something and I get a write-up. Because, you know, every job, some jobs got point systems and then some jobs they don't. Me personally, I like the point system better than not having a point system for that reason alone. Because without a point system, these jobs can pick and choose what they want to write you up for. So if you got to call off and whatever reason, it can be a family emergency, whatever's going on, you know, they gonna pick and choose whether they want to approve that call off or not. But see, when you got a point system, it don't matter what you call off for. You got, let's say you may have 6 points throughout the year. If you late, it's a half a point. You call off, that's a whole point. But you can call off. You ain't got it. You don't need no excuse, basically. Like, I got 6 points throughout the year. I call off whenever I can call off just because I don't want to come today. It don't matter. These my points, you know. And you can manage that. For me, when I always had jobs like that, I was able to manage that. I can balance that better. Especially like certain jobs, you'll get your points back. Like if you call off, you'll lose a point, and then in the next 6 months or something, like you'll get a point back. So you was able to like balance it. I prefer the point system because the jobs that I had without it, they picking and choosing what they want to write you up for, you know. And so you never know. Whenever you call off with the jobs without the point system, whenever you call off, it's like, hey, it's a 50-50 chance you're gonna get a write-up or not. And I shouldn't have to work on no 50-50 chance I'm getting a write-up just because I called off. And I done showed up to work every day, on time, doing extra, going over and beyond, doing extra stuff I don't even have to do for real. Where the bonuses at? Why, when the jobs do get bonuses, why the management get like way more bonuses than the employees? Like overly more. They should be giving, I feel like they should be giving us bonuses anytime we doing numbers for a company and we exceed their expectations. I feel like it should be a bonus. I feel like the raises should be higher than most of these jobs. These raises be $1, 50 cents, a quarter. Some don't even be a quarter. Like, it's jobs be paying like a 25-cent raise after a year or something. Like, what you then put all this time in for this job, going hard to get a 25-cent raise. And then what I mean, like, good people, you got people that be helping out jobs. That's why I say with management, man, forget management. You got the workers who be training people, that, because I feel like when you training somebody, I feel like you should get paid more. When you gotta train somebody on a job, not saying that's a bad thing, but I feel like whoever is training that person, for whatever that time period is, you should get paid more for that. You should get paid more for that. I ain't no certified trainer. You want me training people and all that? Cool. That's perfectly fine. But you should pay your employees more for training. Because if not, instead of you managing, why don't you go down there and train them? Okay? You the manager. I feel like you should be training them and keep your salary pay, whatever. Let that be a part of your salary pay. But for your employers that get paid hourly, when you want us to train other people, I feel like you should pay more for that. That's what I feel like. That's my opinion. But these jobs steady take advantage of these good people, you know, good people that come to work and actually do the job and actually show up to all get little pay, get a pat on the back. Good job. Same pay, good job. You probably done did so much more than what was required of the job just to get a pat on the back and say thanks, good job. Then I remember a job I had before, when I say the rich get richer and they let the poor get poor. Like, it was a job I worked, I remember they would have you was able to put like ideas. If you had an idea for the job to make the job run more efficient, you can write down your idea for the job to help it run more efficient and send it in to HR. HR will send it to upper management. And let's say you came up with something that saved the company money, saved the company time. They would give you a one-time payment for that. And it can range from maybe $500,000, depending on what it was. But let's rewind what I just said. They're going to give you a one-time payment. Taking advantage of good workers. Man, what the heck is a one-time payment? If I gave you an idea that's going to make your company make millions or more dollars over the next couple years, I done saved you all this time over the next years. We talking about, I come up with an idea that's going to make you millions or more dollars, save you, I don't know, hours and hours of time making stuff run faster. I didn't came up with some more safety for the long run of this company. I came up with something for more safety, more money, less time, something more efficient to last the longevity of this job. What the heck is a one-time payment gonna do for me? You gonna pay me a one-time payment and then I'm gonna get right back on the line and keep on working. Mind you, y'all gonna be making millions or more dollars for me. Y'all gonna be getting, y'all company gonna go up here. I'm gonna get throw them a little 500. That's what they saying. Throw them a little something. Throw them a little 500. Maybe give them 1,000. Cause they think like we just supposed to be so, they think like poor people just, oh my God, it's $1,000. Man, F the $1,000. How about if I come up with a plan to make your company more money and more efficient? How about you put me on a contract? How about I get paid now for this forever? Like, for as long as this job going, for as long as this is contract work for the next 4-5 years, I need a percentage of that. What you talking about? I don't want no one-time payment. I want a percentage of my idea that made your company more money. Don't take advantage of me being a good worker. That's taking advantage. You trying to pay me pennies on the dollar because you think you think people don't grasp. They think people are not gonna grasp the reality that you ain't gonna make nothing. That's a one-time payment. You spend that money, is over with. The company gonna make so much money down the line. It's like that wasn't nothing to them. That wasn't nothing, and you still gonna be there. And Matt, can you imagine still working there after you gave your company an idea to make they start making this money based on what you gave them, and then you still working on the line? Do you think I would want to come up with another idea to get to them so they can make some more money, and then I take a little piece of change, and then I'm still working on the line? I'm still paying for my insurance. I'm still getting wrote up. Come on now. It ain't right. It's not right how they do the lower class. You know, that's why we really gotta come up with ways to make our own money. Because if you ain't coming up with ways to make your own money, I don't know. I feel like everybody need to be taking advantage of social media. A lot of people still sleep on it. Please take advantage of social media. Take advantage of YouTube. Take advantage of Facebook. Instagram don't pay, but it's a good way to brand yourself, you know, and you can have a business on there and bring people to your business. TikTok, that's another good one. I don't know how long TikTok gonna be around with all what they saying about shutting that down, but social media, man, y'all gotta take advantage of that for real. Cause what we don't want to do is continue to let these companies take advantage of good people on the jobs. Imagine you working these jobs 30, 40 years till you retire. How much are they leaving you with when you retire for real? And you sit back after you done been on the job 30, 40 years. Do you think what you was left with was worth the sacrifice of your time and body for that one company all those years? Why ain't you rich after that? You mean to tell me you done gave a company 30, 40 years of your life and you ain't rich when you retire? What? You're not rich when you retire? I done gave you 30, 40 years. And when I retire, I'm not rich, at least by then? It's people retiring and still gotta go work. What? You didn't work all these years for a company to retire, and your retirement check is not enough to pay your bills. So you turn around and still gotta go get another job after you already retired. It is crazy. That's crazy. Man, y'all gotta wake up. We all do. Wake up, because if you stay asleep, life will just keep on passing by. You be in the same situation. Nah, we gotta get up. We gotta try things. We gotta go out. If it don't work, try it again. Don't work, try it again. Pivot. Maybe you just need to go at something a different way in life. But don't ever give up. Keep trying. Because one thing is for certain. If you give up on whatever you're doing, that's something for sure that you would never have. If you give up on whatever you're trying to do, you for sure won't ever do it. That's for certain. So we gotta read. We gotta learn. We gotta learn how to invest. We gotta do a lot of stuff. But we gotta, most importantly, take care of ourselves, our families first. Cause depending on the job, why you think I done been at so many? Man, I can't depend on these jobs for nothing. Telling you, jobs will fire you like that. You look at one of these managers the wrong way, they be ready to terminate you. I ain't gotta speak to y'all. I don't like y'all. You don't like me. Let me just do my job. We ain't gotta be cool. Nah, they want you to. I ain't kissing no behind. That's over with. Straight up. I come to work, do my job. It's managers that's cool, don't get me wrong, and all that. But outside of the managers, it ain't even that. It's the corporate, you know what I'm saying? The ones that make this stuff. You know, they sitting behind the desk. All they focusing on is numbers. Corporate just look at numbers. That's all they looking at. We need these numbers. I want to make these numbers. They ain't looking at what the employees got to do to make those numbers. I ain't looking at the reality of what the employees got. If you ever seen that show Undercover Boss, watch it. And it'll be amazing to you to see how many of these CEOs of these companies, they can't even do the job themselves. They the CEO of these companies. They can't even last a day on the job. What is that telling you, people? Wake up. It's not always about working harder. Work smarter. See, they were smarter. They worked around that labor. They worked smarter. Not necessarily harder. Physically. Like, people think work hard, work hard, work hard. Yeah, work hard. But don't ever. Hard is working hard. That's second. You want to work smart first. Then you work hard. Because working hard first is backwards. Because you can be working hard for the wrong thing. So then you fail. Because you wasn't smart. You went hard on something that you should never been doing from the beginning. Work smart. Figure out what you need to do first. And once you realize that, then you go hard. That's when you go hard. Don't let these companies keep taking advantage of you. We can't keep doing that. Like I said, it's 2025, it's a new year. And we gonna come in this new year, we gonna come confident. You know? Experience, these jobs that be requiring experience, man, that's irrelevant. I'm gonna tell you one thing I don't like about these jobs that require experience. Like, you need experience, obviously, for certain jobs, but I don't like certain jobs that want you to have experience when it's a job that you can be trained. With no experience, you can be trained to learn the job. With no experience, why are you making it required to have experience? The problem I have with that is, can you imagine if every job thought like that? If every job was like, must have this experience, how would anybody ever have a job? Somebody got to give you a chance. Somebody got to hire you so you can get the experience. I remember I lost, I ain't lose, but I ain't get my first job interview I had. I had an interview at Long John Silver. My first interview on the job, Long John Silver. And guess what? They didn't give me the job. You know why? Because I didn't have experience. So I ain't get the job. Can you imagine if all the other jobs was the same way? I wouldn't have worked nowhere. Like, y'all could have trained me on this job. Now, granted, be honest, I wouldn't like it. I wouldn't have liked that job. I gotta keep it 100. Because when I did get a job similar, you know, like a fast food, it was a like similar fast food job, and just to say the least, that was like one of the worst. It was like one of the worst, and I had the experience from that, and I never went back to no fast food chain. You know, that ain't for me. You know, I ain't messing with the fast food chain. You know, but it is what it is. You know. Let's not make these companies take advantage of us. And we just gonna move forward smarter. And we gonna go from there, y'all. This all I got today, y'all. Until next time, y'all.